10 worst wrestling debuts of all time. So there we go. Number 10, Bret Hart. When Bret Hart finally arrived in WCW, the wrestling world held its breath. After the chaos of Montreal, fans expected the Hitman to stride into the WCW as a conquering anti-hero. Instead, he walked in wearing a referee shirt for a match between Eric Bischoff and Larry Zbyszko. No pyro, no defiance, no revenge. Just Bret quietly officiating a mid-card segment while commentators stumbled to sound excited. The audience buzzed in confusion, not cheers. The WCW had struck gold and somehow managed to bury it. That flat debut set the tone for a run that, despite Bret's brilliance, never lived up to the moment fans had dreamed of. The WCW kept Bret in odd storylines until a career-ending injury in 2000 sealed what might be wrestling's most disappointing chapter. Number 9, Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal's AEW debut was meant to be a highlight, literally. The former Evan Bourne was the mystery entrant in the Casino Battle Royale, ready to soar. He climbed the ropes, the crowd buzzed, and then gravity struck back. Sydal's foot slipped, sending him crashing awkwardly mid-air. The gasps in the arena turned into stunned silence before a collective "oh no." Online, fans turned the fall into instant memes. Thankfully, Sydal wasn't hurt and kept competing in AEW, eventually regaining his footing, figuratively and literally. But as far as first impressions go, that one was straight to the mat. Sydal laughed it off publicly, joking that gravity always wins, and went on to become a reliable AEW veteran. Number 8, The Machine. Emery Hale looked like a monster, tall, built, and tailor-made for the WCW's Monster Factory. Repackaged as The Machine, he was hyped as Diamond Dallas Page's next big test. But when the bell rang, everything short-circuited. In the climax, DDP ran the ropes and the Machine was supposed to take a low blow on the rebound. Instead, Hale mistimed it completely, launching himself into the ropes and landing groin first in what looked like a self-inflicted accident. The audience laughed, the commentators stammered, and DDP mercifully ended it fast. The WCW unmasked him soon after, hoping to salvage something, but you can't reboot what never worked. Hale quietly faded from TV. The Machine was scrapped before fans could even remember his name. Number 7, Kane. The WWE in 2006 tried to make fans believe Kane was battling his past. Literally. The imposter Kane, revealed to be a young Luke Gallows, appeared wearing the Big Red Monster's original gear and theme music. The arena lights turned red, the pyros hit, and then the camera zoomed in on that wig. Shiny, cheap, and impossible to ignore. Fans snickered before the bell even rang. The imposter beat the real Kane at Vengeance 2006, but the crowd didn't care. The WWE quietly dropped the angle days later. In the end, the scariest thing wasn't the story, it was how fast they buried it. What happened next? Gallows rebounded years later as Festus, then part of the club alongside AJ Styles, proving a bad wig can't kill a good career. Number 6, Eric Bischoff. Imagine Vince McMahon introducing the man who once tried to destroy him. That's what made July 15th, 2002 so fascinating and so flat. Raw's new GM was teased all night. Fans expected fireworks. Instead, halfway through the show, cameras cut backstage to Booker T chatting with Goldust. Eric Bischoff casually walked up, smiled, and shook his hand. That was it. No music, no build-up, just shock in silence. Booker's stunned. "Tell me I didn't just see that," was the only saving grace. Behind the scenes, Bischoff and Vince had mended fences only days earlier, making this historic handshake real tension turned television. But from a presentation standpoint, it felt like a quiet press release. Bischoff's GM run became iconic, proving you can recover from a flat debut with just the right amount of smugness. Number 5, Tito Ortiz. TNA hyped an August 1st warning video for weeks. Fans expected a returning legend or a WWE defector. When the lights dimmed and Tito Ortiz's name flashed, the audience went dead quiet. No boos, no cheers, just confusion. Ortiz stood in the ring looking proud, but you could feel the disappointment ripple through the arena. The angle was meant to promote his Bellator fight with Rampage Jackson, but that bout never happened. Instead, the debut became another TNA punchline in a year full of them. Ortiz wrestled sparingly before disappearing from TNA entirely. The August 1st warning remains one of the company's most unintentionally funny misfires. Number 4, Jeff Hardy. By 2003, Jeff Hardy was a global superstar, but also freshly fired from the WWE. His arrival in Ring of Honor should have been redemption. Instead, fans treated him like an invader. As Will-O-the-Wisp, he entered wearing a bizarre mask and neon outfit. The Ring of Honor crowd chanted, "You sold out," before he even locked up. Hardy tried his best, hitting a few signature moves, but the energy was hostile. Ring of Honor fans prized technical wrestling. Hardy was an aerial artist from the entertainment world they rejected. The match ended, but the damage was done. Jeff left Ring of Honor after one night, calling it a miserable experience. Years later, fans would come to appreciate his authenticity, but not that night. Number 3, Braden Braden Walker. Chris Harris came into the WWE as one of TNA's biggest stars, half of America's Most Wanted, a tag team legend. When the WWE repackaged him as Braden Walker, fans barely recognized him. His debut on ECW started with a knock-knock joke, followed by a sluggish match that screamed creative burial. Gone was the intensity, the charisma, the grit, replaced with generic trunks and silence. Within weeks, he was released, leaving only memes and a single promo clip that fans still quote for irony. Harris later returned to Impact for a brief nostalgia run, but Braden Walker became a cautionary tale of what happens when a great talent gets bad branding. Number 2, the Yeti, or is it a mummy? Few debuts have ever confused fans quite like the Yeti. Billed as a fearsome frozen beast, he emerged at Halloween Havoc 1995 wrapped in toilet paper and howling like Frankenstein's roommate. When Hulk Hogan and the Giant brawled, the Yeti shuffled out, grabbed Hogan and joined in the weirdest double bear hug in wrestling history. It looked less like a beatdown and more like a crime of passion. Commentator Tony Schiavone's disbelief said it all. The WCW quickly ditched the mummy idea and repackaged him as a ninja because, well, why not? The performer, Ron Rice, later became part of Raven's flock, but nothing could erase the memory of the Yeti's affectionate debut. Number 1, the Shockmaster. No list is complete without this. At WCW Clash of the Champions 1993, a new mystery partner for Sting's team was set to debut. The lights dimmed, the pyro hit, and through a wall came the Shockmaster, literally through it. He tripped over a loose board, crashed to the ground, and his glitter-covered Stormtrooper helmet flew off. The camera caught every second of Fred Ottman scrambling to recover, while the rest of the wrestlers tried not to laugh. You can even hear Ric Flair whisper, "He fell." It was chaos, comedy, and catastrophe rolled into one fall. Ottman leaned into the joke for decades, turning the fall into a cult legend. The Shockmaster didn't just trip, he fell straight into wrestling history. Every superstar wants to make an impact. Some just make a mess. From Bret's referee confusion to the Shockmaster's grand crash. These moments remind us why live wrestling is both art and accident. Which debut disaster do you think was the worst? Drop it in the comments, and if you laughed or winced, hit that like button for more stories from the ring that didn't go as planned.